Margie Adam joins us now so we can get a chance to know this wonderful lady and very talented musician. You know what I love about your music, Margie? It's feminist, but I get a feeling that it's not as political as it is kind of visionary. It's like you're saying, if ERA is passed, men and women get together, this is what it's all going to be like. It's all going to be very nice.
I don't see any separation between feminism and humanism at all. I see them being really inclusive, and the idea of the ERA is to include everyone in our processes in this country. So to me, it makes absolute sense to include everyone in the circle.
It's kind of equality for all, right?
Absolutely.
Your song, We Shall Go Forth, was placed in the Political History Division of the Smithsonian Institute.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that exciting?
It's very exciting because I took the tape recording of the concert that we did here in Boston at Jordan Hall 3 years ago with all the audience of 1,500 people singing We Shall Go Forth. Oh. That's what's in the Smithsonian, the Boston taping of that song.
Nice?
So Boston is in the Smithsonian.
Oh, aren't we proud of that? Terrific.
Yeah.
Okay, now the concert tonight at Berkeley, it's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? You're not only raising money for hopefully the ratification of ERA and the 3 states that have not yet ratified.
That's right.
But also for women political candidates.
Absolutely. The concert actually is tomorrow night, Friday.
Oh, it's tomorrow night, okay.
But yes, in Massachusetts, since we have passed the ERA here, we are raising money for candidates on a local, statewide, and national level, right here in Massachusetts.
For women.
Absolutely.
So that we can finally have a position in political power.
Absolutely. It's past time, I think, that we support candidates and start to think about governing ourselves. I mean, that's really where the change is going to happen.
Absolutely. You have your own record label, don't
Yes.
you? And the technicians and the writers and everyone, they're all women.
Absolutely.
Do you have a feeling that you want to train these women to go off in other areas of the industry?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. The idea is that right now women don't have equal access in the music industry. And as long as that's true, there need to be those of us who are willing to offer women opportunities, not only as musicians, but as technical people, as designers, as jacket photographers and those kind of things, as engineers. And so Pleiades Records is one of those women's record labels across the country that are dedicated to offering women those opportunities.
I love that you're saying that, because I've heard, you know, when I was knocking around at age 18 in New York, I heard in the music industry an awful lot of music people saying, women just don't have a feel. They sit down at the piano, they don't have the same feel that a man has.
That's true.
Have you heard this?
I think that's true, and the fact is right now it's way past time that we start celebrating that fact.
That we do have all of this inside of us.
Well, that there are different kinds of feelings to be expressed, and it's way past time that we start getting the difference of feelings on the airwaves so people can start to ascertain the difference. That's part of the reason that I call my music women's music, because I think it's time to start celebrating the difference. I mean, it's certainly been used to limit our opportunities in this society, and I think rather than talking about how bad it is, we need to start celebrating the fact, absolutely I am a woman, it is significant without question that I am, so let's celebrate it, let's do something with it.
I'd love to know how you feel. Your music is women's music, but I wonder, how do you feel about women that use the music in kind of a sex symbol kind of way? Women that are sex symbol kind of singers.
I think that not all women in music have had the same opportunity to have control over the work that they do, over how they are presented on their album jackets, the kind of music that they're required to sing. And I would not want to be sitting in judgment of those women who may not have as much chance to have control and responsibility over their artistry as I have. That's why Pleiades Records exists, because I was not willing to offer myself, to turn myself over in that way. I also had the opportunity to start my own record label, and most women don't.
You also had the training, though. You started at age 2, and you really were, it was a classical background, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Is that important? You have to have the training, don't you?
I think it's really important to have absolutely tremendous involvement with your instrument technically. I do not encourage women to go and study how to write music like it's already been written. I don't think it makes sense to recapitulate musical forms that already exist that have been developed by men. I think that it's time for us to start exploring if it's not really possible that women might even put the relationships in music together differently than men do. And the only way to find out if that's true is to stop listening and stop studying men's music and start thinking about what we might come up with ourselves.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, what we feel inside?
Absolutely. It may turn out that I'm wrong, and all the theoretical concepts have already been discovered and laid out by men's music. And if that's true, I'm wrong.
I don't believe that. There's a whole lot out there we don't yet know.